Hi Smart Mind, so in this video I'll be showing you how to code a RPG in Scratch. Animated characters, enemies, NPCs, weapons and many more. So let's get into it.
So smash that like button and make sure to subscribe and turn on all the notifications.
So the first step is to open the starter project, links on the description, or use the Google Drive to upload the sprite using the upload sprite button. So the game asset I'm using is called Ninja Adventure. So it's a really great game asset from itch.io. So you got almost everything from tile sets, characters to sounds and game musics. It just has everything. And all of these are free to download, links on the description below. So first of all, I'll be showing you how to design these tile sets. After you have downloaded and extracted the game asset, you get subfolders like this, and you could have some examples to get some ideas. And now we are creating our tile sets. To find the tile set, double click on the backgrounds and then you'll get a whole folder of tiles. And we also got some interior tile sets for houses. And what you need to do is click on this upload sprite button and then locate your game assets folder, click on backgrounds, tile sets and upload all of these tile sets. So you could select all of these or control click and then click on open. So I have already uploaded all the assets which I need, and also these assets are available, and after uploading make sure you keep it in bitmode mode. Don't convert it to vector mode. So that's really important, and you can see all of these assets. So we won't code using any of these, we would just use it to create our tile set. So for now I'll hide my tile set, and the first thing you need to do is click on this tile set flow and select your flow. And on this tile set we got 8 flows, so I'll go with this green thing and then click on this fill to select the fill and select the background color of your flow. So if it's this green, and then what you need to do is paint a new sprite. Click on the rectangle tool and draw a rectangle so it fits the whole stage. Set it to x0, y0 and set the outline to none. So the next thing is the paths. So you could find this on the tile set. So what you need to do is, after selecting the tile set, click on this selection tool and just select what you need. So for the paths, just select this path and then click on copy, click on your new sprite, paint a new costume, convert it to bitmap and then paste it. And now what you need to do is click on this fill button, and now we need to get rid of those backgrounds. So for that, click on this fill and just select nothing and click on this light green, and now you can see all of the light green parts are getting removed. So this is a really easy way to remove a background in Scratch. So after removing the background, convert it to vector, select it and copy. And now you could paste it on your background. And copy and paste it. And now you'll get this overlap thing. So for that, I'll do is just click on the rectangle and draw a small rectangle and fill it with the exact brown color. Now I can see you could not notice that much, just resize it. So that's how I filled all of those overlapping parts. So again, I can see I have created my path, and the next thing is to add trees just like this. So to add trees, you could select this assets, tileset, nature, and the same thing, just use the selection tool and select the tree you need. I'll select this thing, copy, paint a new sprite, convert it to bitmap and paste it. And now you can see we got some unwanted paths. So for that, click on this eraser tool and set it to like 4, and then you could easily remove the unwanted paths. So setting it to a small value like 4 would make everything pixel perfect. And after you're done with removing, convert it to vector and simply paste it. You could just play with these layers. So the next thing are the houses. So you could find this on this tileset house sprite, and just like the trees, just select, copy, paint a new sprite, convert it to bitmap, paste, use the erase button and erase the unwanted parts. And after removing all the unnecessary part, convert it to vector, copy and paste it to your sprite. Now you can see we got a house. Got this like fence thing on this. So for that, click on this assets, tileset elements, and you could find this fence like thing here. So we got 2, just select it, copy and paste it. To resize it. And that's how you create a fence. And the next thing is all the objects and decorative items. You can see we got a cart, some boxes, a tree trunk, and all of these can be found on the elements. You can see we got a lot of elements which you could use. Select the box and paste it. And you could find all the tree trunks and the rocks in the tileset nature sprite. So that's how I created all of these costumes, and you could just copy and paste it and create your own. So it's just really easy. You don't need to select and remove unwanted parts. I have already made some of these, so you could just easily copy and paste it. So after you have created all of your costumes in your tileset, just duplicate the sprite, and now we need to create our borders. So for that, you could just select this rectangle and draw where you need detection. So this is really important, since this is where our player would detect and get all the collisions. You could use this reshape tool and just point it, use the curve to get a better detection. And after that, just select, so shift select everything, then copy, delete everything and paste it back. And I can see we got the detection. So I set it to front layer, and I can see we got all the detection. So if it's not correct, you could just select everything and then place it correctly. So doing this step is really important. So that's how our player would detect and collide with things, and I have done for each and every of my costumes. So after you are done with all the background tileset stuff, the next is the player. So in the game assets, you could find a subfolder called actor, and then you could select characters, and then you will get all of these usable characters. And I have used this green ninja, and if you click on it, you could get a sprite sheet of all the animations, or you could get separate animation, which is really easy. Now upload the sprite. So locate where your game asset is, an actor, character, and I'll go with the blue samurai guy. And the first thing you need to do is upload the idle and walk. So first click on idle, and that will create a new sprite. Now upload your walk. And after you're done uploading, next step is separating this into separate costumes. Now you can see we got these two costumes. So we need to separate it into different costumes. So what you need to do is just the same thing. Select, copy, and paste. And now you need to do is renaming your costume. So this is really important. So for the idle costume, type idle, and then the direction where your costume is facing. So this you could see is the down. So just type down, and you could see all of these directions here. Just copy, paint a new sprite, and paste. And you could see this is the up costume, so it should be idle up. And now you could select, and this is idle left. And when you're creating the right, just duplicate it, type idle right, and flip horizontal and place it on the center, and then you will get a right animation. So now we are done with separating all the idle costume. So now we could just delete this costume, and let's create all the walk. So for this, select, and now what you could do is, now you can see this is the down sprite. So what you need to do is type down and 1. So this is the first costume of our down walking animation. So select. Now you can see we got some unwanted stuff. Use the eraser tool, and now you could erase all of this unwanted stuff. Then just place it on the center and type down 2. And you need to do this each and every of these costumes. So this is down 3, down 4, and you could see this is the up animation. So you should rename it to up 1, up 2, up 3, and up 4. Then we got the left and right. You need to select this and upload it into different costumes, or you could just straight on use this green ninja. So I have separated all of these costumes into separate costumes. So now enough for the designing part. So now let's start coding. So first of all, you need a hitbox. So to create a hitbox, click on your player and click on the rectangle and go for your idle down sprite. And just draw a rectangle so it just fits the player. Then what you need to do is just copy it, paint a new sprite, and then set the size of your player to 200 and your idle to 200. So if you're using the starter project, I have already made a hitbox. So click on the hitbox, and when green flag click, we need to set our rotational style to don't rotate, and we need to go to like X 10 and Y negative 33, so you could add any position you want. So this is my starting position, and then we need to set size to 200. switch costume to costume 1 and set our ghost effect to 100. So make sure your hitbox is visible by clicking on the show button. So okay, now let's make a new variable called direction for all sprites, and we need to set direction to down, and forever grab the if statement, key up arrow pressed, and then grab the if statement and not duplicate and not key left arrow or right arrow press. Then we need to set direction to up, point in direction 0, and we need to move like 8 steps, and duplicate this thing and change this to key down arrow press, set direction to down, move and point in direction 180. Duplicate, if key left arrow press and not up arrow and down arrow press. Then we need to set our direction to left, point in direction -90 and move 8 steps. Change this to right arrow and remove this if statement. We need to set direction to right, point in direction 90 degrees. And now click on this player sprite. When green flag click, we need to go to X. We need to go to X10 and Y -33 and show, and we need to set size to 200. Forever go to hitbox. So okay, now let's test our project. So now I can see we could move and our directions are changing according to the key we pressed, and our player is following the hitbox. So for now we could just hide the player and use this hitbox and remove this set ghost effect and set this clear graphic effects for now. And now we can see the moving hitbox. And now you could see we got no detection. So for that, grab the set ghost effect again and scroll all the way down and grab this if touching detection. Then we need to move -8 steps. And finally, we need to add a small delay of 0.1 seconds. And now click on the detection. When green flag click, show, go to X0, Y0, set our ghost effect to 100. Go to front layer and just switch costume for the first costume. Let's just drag these player blocks together. And now I can see we got detection, so we cannot hit the fence and we got a small delay. So our detection is working. And now click on this BG sprite. When green flag clicked, go to X0, Y0 and forever go to back layer. So okay, now let's animate this player. So we got all the idle costumes and the walking costumes, and make sure you rename it properly. And grab this when green flag click block and make a new variable called frame for this spread only. we need to set frame to 1 forever. Grab a O, so we get just 4 for all the 4 keys. If key up arrow press, O key down arrow press, O key left arrow, O our right arrow. And then we need to switch costume to join, direction and frame. We need to change our frame by 1, wait 0.1 second and grab this if frame is greater than 4. You can see our maximum number of working animation is 4, and then we need to set frame to 1. So your code won't work if you have not done the renaming properly. So you got 4 costumes, first the direction, then the number, so up 1, up 2, up 3 and up 4 and so on. And now let's test it and click on the hitbox, just set the ghost effect to 100. And now you can see we got a working player. So now let's call the idle. If not key any press, then we need to switch costume to join, and we need to join idle and direction. So now you can see we got the idle animation. So that's it for this video. So in part 2 I'll be showing you how to code level system, so we could switch between different levels, and how to add some leaves, shadows and many more. So see you with another awesome Squash tutorial.